Welcome to Blended Healing. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. We all have to overcome this negative mental overload, this negativity. There's so much negativity, hurt, and injustice in our world. Yet when we focus on our health, it oftentimes we look at our body. We look at all the things that attack our physical body. And with everything that's going on around us, it's so hard to balance our work and what we see on social media, our family, our relationships, and even us. Many of us have hours that run into days and days that run into weeks without adequate rest mentally nor physically. And in all that running around, too many of us find ourselves under the weather. And there are times when that sickness is much worse, and sometimes you might even end yourself up into the hospital. We wonder why we are sick for so many days, weeks, and no matter what medicine we take, those symptoms still linger. We go to doctor after doctor after doctor after doctor, and they can't find anything wrong with us. The mind is a powerful thing. The energy that we choose to keep can have a hand in determining our health. But the people in your circle keep trying to tell us things to help us to get better. And then they give you the recipes and you ask them to explain it to you again. But the symptoms, you just can't simply understand what they are. So how are you going to give that over to them? Because they ain't going to understand it. If a doctor can't understand it, you can't understand it. You only know what you feel. You don't know all the symptoms. You only know what you feel, what you see. And then the elders may offer themselves by cleaning and sanitizing your space, or telling you to do it because they said that your house needs a cleansing. You see, people in our life have been trying to help shift the energy that's around us. They try to usher in positivity to us, whether it's verbal affirmation or cleansing the space physically and spiritually. It's understandable that you are simply trying to address what you're actually dealing with. But what you are calling and commanding your body to do is truly just helping the healing process of your body and your mind. You see, that constant negativity and that magnification of your current state could make healing for your body an uphill battle. You ain't able to control it. How your mind and your body is behaving. You feel helpless when it comes to your emotional state and the energy that you feel and the weight of the verbal heaviness has the power to bring your body lower and affect your immune system even more. Then cue it, because here comes the anger. You angry about your condition. And all of those people that are trying to speak life into you, it's not motivate healing your body or your mind or your space. You got to help your body get back on its feet. You are strong and you have the power to usher in wellness to yourself. You got to look at your life and see where the toxic negative energy is coming from. And if no one can figure out why, you can't get rid of that cold, that flu, that sinus infection, fatigue, mental breakdown. It's important to get an agreement with those people in your life that are trying to help you to get rid of the negativity by pouring the positive into you. You see, what they're doing is an act of love and healing. And how you see yourself in your wellness will determine how quickly you can get back on your feet. You know, that mind over matter thing. You got to allow your mind and your words a chance to help your body bounce back. You feel me? Do you understand what I'm saying? You see, we all require regular periods of silence and introversion in our fast lifestyle. With all of these busy days where most of us have a lot of things to do. So ask yourself, do you like a mind that is full of thoughts, or do you like it to have fewer thoughts and greater spaces between them? All of this negativity, all of this negativity. Don't you want to lighten your burden so you can feel better? Your emotional carrier, which is your mind, carries the weight of all of your thoughts. The fewer the thoughts, the lighter your mind is. Your mind will be light and always enthusiastic to do something different. What can we do? Well, create one thought at a time. You see, a mind which is anxious and full of fear thinks excessively and faster than what it's required at a point of time. A mind like that sometimes creates negative and false future realities, which increases the number of thoughts as it anticipates, and then it tries to solve non-existent problems that have not even happened yet. But see, your mind fears that they may happen. And that is what is commonly known as some form of negativity. And on the other hand, positive thinking is visualizing positive scenes for the future with hope and determination. And when you do this regularly in all types of situations, your mind slows down. And every thought is like a little atom which sits inside your mind and keeps you relaxed and comfortable and free from any burdens. Number 2, think of other people only when it's necessary. It's such a habit that is so built inside of us that all we have is to think of other people when it's not necessary or important. Suppose a person, okay, in your office is not performing well and up to their necessary duties, their capacity to work efficiently directly influences your company's performance. And a common response would be to correct them and also talk about their work to the right people in the company. But once you did that, you should think about, wait a minute, pause. Once you do that, you keep talking about them negatively to each and every person in the company, which is called waste or unnecessary talk. Hallelujah. Point spot on. You could take that scenario and put it in real life. There are so many people in our lives. And if we carry heavy thoughts filled with negativity about each family member, friend, or even somebody at the office, that shit is tiring. So full stop. Give up that unnecessary question mark and also any exclamation marks in your thoughts. Keep your thoughts less and replace negative thoughts about other people with thoughts about their specialties, qualities, and skills, as well as any positive personality characteristics, so that you don't get tired and experience any type of mental fatigue. Number 3, give up your ego and live freely. A big weight that some of us are carrying on our emotional heads or minds is our subtle ego. It is. It's our ego. Sometimes people misconstrue our words, and even though we may be giving them a compliment, they may take it as an insult. It's because of the excessive ego. There is such a feeling of insult. Why? Because you're too attached to your positive self-image and cannot tolerate anyone disrespecting the image even a little bit, even though they're giving you a compliment and maybe a slight criticism. But then you got to go over to the other side of the world? Come on, man. Be humble, man, and kind. the one who does not get negatively affected by people's comments and love everybody in spite of that. Bow down and be humble. And all of those excessive thoughts of feeling insulted in your everyday interactions has got to stop. And keep your mind in the light. Don't let them people take you off your square, even if it's just a little bit. It's words, man. It's words. It's words. You got to get over this mental stress, man. You're being burnt out. Number 4 lets you know that you got to live life as a beautiful journey without any burdens of situation. You have to experience life without getting burdened to enjoy your journey. Have you ever seen a journey without any side scenes going on? You going down the road, but it's just a road, there ain't nothing on the side. You see, life's journey is always going to have scenes that are sometimes negative and sometimes positive. And remember that no scenes stay forever. So while you're looking at each scene, be free from any anxiety and worry, because as you know from your life's experience, this too shall pass. The present becomes the past, and the future will be beautiful. No negative situation is going to last forever. And to patiently wait is a conscious effort. And when you choose that, you'll be full of peace. And that will bring you to a different point in your journey. When the scene is gone and the beautiful journey continues. That's the law of life. The more we remain detached from side scenes in our life's journey, the happier and full of lightness we will be. And lastly, your thoughts create your life. I say that to you all the time. You got to be your own monitor. What's important about keeping your thoughts less and making every move to be positive and full of light, remaining free from any mental fatigue, is checking your thoughts from time to time throughout the day. Changing the direction of your thoughts to a positive one when you are becoming negative and building up in quantity and negative strength and disturbing you. It can be done by keeping a book or any other source of positive reading on your phone, on your laptop, on your computer. Read it in the day from time to time. Do it at least 4 or 5 times a day, and you'll be able to change the direction of your thinking very easily. And when you end the day, think about the thoughts of the entire day that has passed and make corrections for the next day. The next morning, plan the things that you're going to do for the day and include regular short breaks for self-checking of your thoughts along with them. Like I said, like I said, overcoming the negative mental overload is in your control. You can do this, man. You can do this. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Be well, stay safe. Ashe and deep bow to each and every one of you. And I shall see you all very, very soon.
Light up. It's just a letter to myself. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. If they love you, they gon' hold it down. And don't worry about who not around. Fuck, for real. Don't keep them if they wanna leave. Cause why beef if you can keep your peace, right? What's meant for you is gonna come to you. Make sure your next move is better than your last two. Broken promises, could say their names, but let's just keep that anonymous. Never stoop down to their level, that shit get childish. And you grown, right? Right? Look, you spent nights alone, so you don't owe a soul. Brought these kids in this world, so you owe them kids, though. How many of these dudes really your friends, bro? When you honest with yourself, life gets simple. Let's talk about your blessings, though. You got your mother and your father in your corner, nigga. And your brother solid, nothing like these corny niggas. You left New York and you didn't fail. You got your crib, you got your car, nigga, you not in jail. You smoke your weed, you drink your liquor, but you not on pills. Don't forget who you are, cause you the dopest nigga. You got swag without trying, don't gotta force a nigga. Yeah, nice with the camera and you nice and spin. No school for either one, boy, you hella gifted. Dedicated time to people who ain't deserve it. People love to judge, but ain't nobody perfect. You put that time in for your dreams, so let's make it work. And you further than what you started, so you know it's working. It's just a letter to myself, cause sometimes you gotta remind yourself, nigga. It's just a letter to myself. Yeah. It's just a letter to myself, cause sometimes you gotta remind yourself. Sincerely, P, aka Prince.